Good Sunday morning. Come to see .us fans. I've changed my mind on playing golf and getting a camper after those nasty 3 days of gales. Look at this. How do you like that? Not a white cap, but a nice breeze, probably about 15, maybe even 18 knots. And I'm just leaving Ballina Bay. And if I can keep my mouth shut, you can hear the waves, boat cutting through the sea. That's my kind of music. Monitor doing its duty. I even put the ensign up, which I don't in the open ocean. But we're still semi-open going into, I'm sailing to Puntarenas. It's now 11:33. I had a bit of a maintenance job to do. That's why I couldn't leave early. See those? Yeah, I don't know if you can see those yellow trees in the background. That's the Costa Rican courtesy flag. It's a little later since I left Ballina Bay, and the wind is not as, it's almost too little to sail by in order to get to Puntarenas before dark, but the temptation is just too great after those nasty 3 days to have a little fun sailing. And now I can turn my favorite radio program on. With the engine, I can't listen to it. It's too noisy. This is 12 hours of Spanish oldies. I love them. I'm starting to pick up more and more understanding the spoken Spanish, but I still need to learn the grammar. The boat is a mess. That Mylar right here turns out to be 153%. That's the one I was using those 2 days to get into Nicaragua. Turn it down a little bit. And as you know, that sail is June 90. And it's probably about this sail here that I bought used with a faded sailmaker's mark, watch. That's got to be older than that. I think it's from the 70s or early 80s. These are my last supply of vegetables. My favorite acorn squash, or not acorn, but squash. This lasts for weeks, but the rest is all gone. So I'm anxious to get to a store after those 5 days in the water. And it's hard to imagine that yesterday morning I was being kicked the living hit out of me right there on that Cabo Blanco, which you see just 5, 6, 7, 8 miles from here. You know, the boat was slamming through the waves, and now it's like, you know, was I really there yesterday? Was this really happening compared to today? It's just flabbergasting. It's still Sunday morning, and I'm on my way to, or it's actually afternoon in the meantime, but these are a whole range of islands, and some of them are nature preserves. This is Islas Tortugas, And I don't know how the turtles are supposed to get on shore because there's hardly any beach. No, pretty steep. So there must be climbing turtles. And then the next island there is Isla Negritos. And then the other one, I don't have the name here handy. But look, it's another beautiful sail. I'm, on a reach. I mean, it started out as a beat and the wind turned from from southeast to southwest. And after this next island, I'll make a sharp left turn to Puntarenas. Puntarenas is on a peninsula, and it used to be a major port here, but it became too shallow and too small. When I worked for a shipping agent in 1958, 59, we got bananas and coffee out of there. That's the way history goes. Ships get bigger, ports gets passed by, the new ones built. The port now here is on the right side here somewhere, and it's called Calderas. So this is part of the Nicoya Bay. There's the most southwestern point, and and it starts back here at Cabo Blanco. I just want to show you how salt filled my lines got. This is my main halyard, and I can stand it straight up. All my lines need to be soaked for hours in fresh water. These are the pants I wore in the gale days since yesterday. I could stand them up. I got totally salt sprayed all the time. This is called sailing wing on wing. I've got the wind dead behind me, and this is normally a little tricky to be able to give both sails the right wind direction. But the monitor is handling it, keeping it straight downwind. So Puntarenas is supposed to be dead ahead somewhere. Don't see much of it. It's a little misty, foggy, hazy, I guess is the right word. There's a freighter right behind me. I'm going to have to be careful because it's getting pretty narrow a little further down. Maybe these cloud formations will bring some rain tonight to clean my boat up. It's kind of a pretty picture. There's volcanoes underneath those clouds there, and that freighter coming in. I've not only in Alameda do you see those two Hawaiian American banana and pineapple ships, but also they share the same container terminal in San Diego. This is my favorite refreshment, the concentrate. I can't keep it very long once I open it, and now I just mix water with this tang, which is also mango pulpo, so pulp I guess, and it's delicious. It's real good with it. Rum. This was a little bit of a hairy escape while I was talking on the VHF radio with the yacht club in Puntarenas. I ended up just getting into the cockpit and seeing this end of his line, long line out there, and he's the end of it to the north, and to the south there is where I saw the flag all of a sudden pop out. I could have sailed right into it. Been in a heck of a lot of trouble, but you have to be careful with those fishermen. this is another guy, you know, just maneuvering in front of me, and I don't know what he wants to do. At first I thought he belonged to the net, so I was trying to avoid him, and he keeps going and stopping, and I'm trying to go around him, but I don't know what he's trying to do. There's another float there, but I guess it belongs to the boat over there. Puntarenas. It's the ferry boat. It's pretty shallow on my left side, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on my depth sonar there. Go up a couple points. Restaurants out there on the point, there was more, and I didn't turn my... A lot of activity going on here. A lot of fishing boats, of course. Typical American fishing boat. That poor dull Caribbean has been trying to get a hold of the port control in Caldera for the last hour, and they just don't listen to him. Poor guy's, you know, doesn't know what to do. He's out there at anchor. That was the VHF radio you just heard where he's calling the port control. Look at these some little fishing boats there, and then some bigger ones up here. I think some of these are shrimpers. That looks familiar. Indonesia. Typical Asian. I think they're mostly, that must be like a fish buying boat. Yeah, look at all these Asian boats. I think they're either used for squid jigging, or whatever you call it, with lights. At least one. Those are Chinese. This looks like a rundown place. This also looks very much like what you see in Indonesia, where they set out their lines with these flags. What in the world is that contraption? Keeping the fish fresh in there? I don't know. I see a church steeple there, and I wonder if they might have a late Sunday evening service. Maybe God gets lucky with me after all. So you can just see it start going into a cross there. Now, this looks like something for a movie set. And here's the Coast Guard. Costa Rican Guardia Costas. Kind of beat up, those boats. Must have bought them from the Indonesians. Better not say anything nasty, but Guardia Costas may need them. Come to haunt me. Well, if you want some yellow, that's the Spanish words most Americans know that go to Mexico. Do you want yellow in your drink? I think that must be the yacht club coming up there. I've talked to him on the radio, and so I'm an expected guest. Here's the, I was lost, and I got actually almost stuck in the mud, and I thought I found the yacht club, but it wasn't the yacht club, and this guy came out to find me. Very nice. It turned out to be, I saw, sailboat mast. Oh, that's the yacht club. Paper sack, a plastic sack, and but it turned out those two sailboats were at a yard. So there we go again. Lots of fishing boats. And I know now I see lots of masts there, and most of them are at buoy moorage. But he told me I think I have a dock moorage, which is wonderful. I plan to be here a couple days probably. It's shallow in here. Look, I'm 1'6" underneath the keel. I don't want to get stuck in here. 1'4". That's not good. A little while back I was in 0'0". Right. So I hope he's leading me to the deepest part of it here. There's a sailboat behind me and he's further over to the left. He must know what he's doing. More of those derelict Asian boats. Got an interesting view of a mangrove swamp. See inlets you can get into. Looks like a pretty good sized yacht club. I don't think that's the clubhouse that we're seeing there. There's something on the other side there. Looks more like a dry storage yard.